Harrison Brown and Kane Jemmett in that third row in 5th and 6th. Corey Duckmanton in that 11C car, 7th, alongside Shooter Hawkins. Had a bit of a ding-dong battle between those two tonight, so that'll be interesting to see how that lines up. Mark Morris alongside Luke Shearing, Bailey Clive alongside Chris Dempsey, and Alan Bailey alongside Brooke Soper. Getting ready to go green next time by for our wingless sprint third heat race. As you mentioned, Craig, we've got the feature race last of the day.
I noticed Luke Shearing didn't make his way out there, Josh, so a disappointment for him driving all the way up from Cromwell. But looks like we're about to go green in the next corner or so.
Yep, we've got 10 laps of our heat race. Chris Bailey, Andrew Gregg, that front row. About to go green, and we are green. Green flag out. Oh, Bailey almost into the side of Andrew Gregg there. There's Kane Jemmett. They're 3 wide with Johnston and Brown. Now going into 3 and 4 for the first time. What's Chris Bailey got for Andrew Gregg? Slides it up the outside. It's been his preferred line all night. Andrew Gregg now cuts him off, takes that line away. Now he's going to come under pressure from Kane Jemmett. Jemmett has to back out of that. Sam Johnson's there as well. Look at Corey Duckmanton. He's made a good move up the start already. Shooter Hawkins. Oh, that was risky. Half spin there for Shooter Hawkins. And he's now going to have to reset that mindset and come back from towards the back of the field. Andrew Gregg still battling it out with Chris Bailey, though. Bailey just really using that cushion up the top and trying to use it to his liking. As Andrew Gregg and oh, he's having a go, is he, Chris Bailey? Bailey Clive and Harrison Brown once again coming together. A little bit of contact through 1 and 2. Those two don't want to give each other any room to manoeuvre. Mark Morrison there as well. There is Sam Johnston. He's coming under pressure from Corey Duckmanton. Duckmanton trying to make up ground from the early mistakes in the first 2 heat races. Be curious to see. Now keep your eye on that pink and black car and the white and blue car. Bailey Clive and Harrison Brown. They've had a rivalry going for a wee bit, or at least a little bit of a scuffle. And there goes Mark Morris on the inside of Sam Johnston. A little bit of contact between the two of them there. Now Duckmanton's trying to take advantage of it. Can he do it? Corey Duckmanton on the cushion. Maybe a little wall tap there. And has to back out of that because he lost time there. Now he's going to come at a threat from Harrison Brown. Mark Morris still to the inside on Sam Johnston. Bailey's stopped really pursuing Andrew Gregg. Doesn't have as much speed as Gregg does. We've got one around that 7C, Alan Bailey. We're under yellow once again. So early dramas once again in our wingless sprint heat race, number 3.
Yeah, some pretty good racing there, Josh, and it's all happening. It's all compressed up the front there. It's Andrew Gregg just holding the field up a wee bit. The lap times aren't particularly quick at the moment, which gives Chris Bailey, Kane Jemmett, Mark Morris, Sam Johnson all a chance to really take a few positions. So Andrew Gregg will get the advantage of being the leader here. He'll decide when the race will restart when he comes around turns 3 and 4. But it's pretty open, this race, folks. Chris Bailey will be sniffing around. I'm pretty sure he's getting a lot of confidence just following Andrew Gregg at this stage.
Yeah, well, Chris Bailey's taken the inside line there, so instead of his usual outside line, he's going to try and make the inside line work. And one thing to mention, actually really 2 things to mention. Firstly, Brooke Soper's in the infield, so we've also lost Brooke Soper. Maybe something going on between Alan Bailey and Brooke Soper there. But also the track temperature and lighting's going to change as we go green again for our wingless sprint heat race. Andrew Gregg's already lost the lead to Chris Bailey, so that inside line has worked wonders for Chris Bailey. Now wheel to wheel with Mark Morris as Gregg. Shooter Hawkins trying to slot it in the middle of 3 wide between Bailey Clive and Chris Dempsey. God, Corey Duckmanton contact with Sam Johnston there. Slid up into a gap that wasn't there. Now Mark Morris is out to the lead. He's just got through on Chris Bailey. And Andrew Gregg's dropped from 1st to 3rd. Can Mark Morris take the lead back? Bailey's, oh, he's had a bit of a moment just entering into 3 and 4. Now he's coming back at Morris. Not much room between the pair of them. Bailey really up into the dirty stuff. To be fair, this whole track is dirt, but that was more dirty stuff than what is usual. Oh, we've got contact. Shooter Hawkins and Corey Duckmanton. Once again, collateral damage to the 2 of them. not 100% sure what's going on with them. Struck a deal to buy Shooter's second car, and now all of a sudden it's a bit of a argy-bargy. That was my car originally.
So two cars like magnets tonight, and Corey Duckmanton just letting that car get away from him. Shooter had nowhere to go, and he's done some heavy damage to the front of the 33C car, I would suggest. And Corey Duckmanton just very frustrated. Lots of wheel action in that car to keep it pinned, but the setup not really working particularly well for the 11C car tonight.
Yeah, Shooter will be glad that the feature race was last up, because that damage is not very good. Lots of suspension damage on the left front. So, yeah, I'd love to have a look at the side of Corey Duckmanton's car as well, see if there's any significant damage to the 11C car, but definitely some major damage for Shooter Hawkins.
So Mark Morris gets his way to the front of the V6 wingless sprints for this heat race, and he's going particularly well. Chris Bailey, of course, will be wanting to see if he can advance himself. Andrew Gregg, uncharacteristic tonight. That car not performing as well as it normally does. It just doesn't have the straight line speed to compete. Sam Johnson sitting in there just in behind Andrew Gregg, and of course he'll be like a sitting duck, wanting to get himself at least up to third and probably eyeing up second. So plenty to play out in this heat race here. Both the Duckmanton and Shooter Hawkins car are both going to be pulled to the infield. A disappointing night for both those guys, but I think Shooter will probably have enough spares in the car to get that thing going. Hopefully it's not as serious as it looks, Josh.
Yeah, hopefully it's just something easy that can be fixed up, but I'm expecting there might be some words after this race between the two of them. After what, that's 2-3 incidents between the two of them now, so not a good day for both Hayden-sponsored cars, and look forward to seeing what this feature race holds for our wingless sprint drivers, because it has been a very competitive weekend for everyone. You see Mark Morris, Chris Bailey, our front two, and then Andrew Gregg, Sam Johnston, Harrison Brown, Bailey Clive still getting into it with each other. So it's going to be a hell of an interesting feature race. It's going to be yeah.
Well, hopefully not too many more cars go to the infield there, and we'll see how this all plays out. Of course, Luke Shearing, I should say, is out, and possibly it could be two more cars out of the feature coming up a little later tonight. So as we said before, Mark Morris just circulating there, leading the field out. Chris Bailey driving as well as ever, just a rookie this year, and really is super competitive. Josh, looks like that might go this time.
Yep, through present corner, and we're once again underway at the Racecourse Hotel and Motor Launch Ruapuna Speedway for our wingless sprints. And there goes Mark Morris, straight to the point. Chris Bailey's going to try and get him, but doesn't have enough of a run on the outside to get him this time by. Can he get him through 3 and 4? Coming up to the white flag. Bailey's taking the real big push. He's taking the aggressive line through the present corner. Now he's wheel to wheel. White flag one more time around. Oh, it's close. Bailey takes the lead back again. So Chris Bailey on the outside line takes the lead from Mark Morris. Now through 3 and 4 for the final time. Takes a really wide cushion. Mark Morris is going to come back to his inside, but it's not going to be enough. Chris Bailey wins heat number 3 for our wingless sprints, followed by Mark Morris, Harrison Brown, Andrew Gregg, Sam Johnston, Kane Jemmett, Bailey Clive, Chris Dempsey, Alan Bailey, and then that will round out our field.